I actually believe Indians have three faces: the friends face,
Right.
the family face, and the solo face.
Correct.
So when we're alone, we watch very different content.
Right.
When we're with our families, we are busy trying to be perfect. बेटी के सामने ये नहीं देख सकते, डैडी के सामने ये नहीं देख सकते. And when we're with our friends, we are actually watching communal viewing, which is movies.
Right.
So each content decides its own medium.
I was reading an article written by Pratyush for the Film Companion website on the 5th season. Yes, you heard that right. 5th season of the old Balaji Z5 series Gandii Baat, and how it over a span of 3 days amassed 2.2 million views. It made me ponder over the fact that we love to criticize and target Ekta Kapoor for the type of content she produces, a combination of regressive Saas Bahu dramas on television and sleazy provocative content on her digital platform. But is the Indian audience watching these shows to satisfy its perverse thoughts behind closed doors while acting holier than thou on social media? It for me was an interesting case study to see the double standard the general public presents to everyone, wanting for engaging and thought-provoking content while clearly someone is watching this show. And I don't mean someone, 2.2 million people in 3 days. It's no joke. It made me also introspect that maybe I'm too harsh on having such a generalized take on the public's choice. Maybe, just maybe, Gandii Baat has something to offer beyond its skin show. If I can praise the costume design in Houseful 4 and also laud the effort of Urvashi Rothela and Virgin Bhanupriya, I may just find something praiseworthy here, right? The day came, which I thought was never possible. Watch a 4-episode viral web series produced by Ekta Kapoor titled Gandii Baat, that describes itself to be urban stories from rural India. The same series where the producer has given statements about the meticulous instructions he would give during steamy scenes. If those instructions were not horrifying enough already, I still took the plunge, and my god, was it a painful journey. When the first episode's lines were Dalo, Hilao or Nikalo, I realized that this series is just another version of what awful streaming platforms like Ullu and Kuku are doing. Yes, those are names of apps, by the way. The first episode is about an erotic literature book that is famous in the town titled Zehreele Ishq, because it, with great attention to detail, writes about the steamy escapades between students and teachers, coming across as if the author is snooping around town, actually writing about real events, which has the town in a frenzy. The show is unapologetic about showcasing assets in every frame, so you know exactly what you are signing up for. The only admirable part, maybe, is that the show is a celebration of the beautiful imperfections of the female body, not catering to the confines of what is considered desirable. But I don't think the creators really gave a shit about such profound thought. Every episode, which is around 45 minutes long, has 3 to 4 steamy scenes where the characters eat Maharaja Max with each other and have dialogues like "ये breast नहीं, Everest है," and "कपड़े इंसान को शाकाल से सलमान बनाता है." In one sequence, 2 characters do mating calls before they get it on, shouting at each other, saying things like "Jinga lala ho ho." Nothing like dirty talk like that, right? Just like Skulls and Roses, there is also a saturation of the C word, like conjunctions in an English language exam. The craziest is the stories are not even from rural India, they're from the small towns, like a Karthik Aaryan movie, just without his Batisi, catering just to the male gaze. It's not even as if the steamy scenes are shot aesthetically well. It's more like an MMA fight between Khabib and Conor McGregor happening, where one wants to roll and wrestle and the other just wants to strike. It just doesn't gel well. Episode 2, possibly the worst of the lot, is about a girl who is dissatisfied with all the action she's had in her life. As she says, "वो current वाली feel नहीं आती." She comically feels a jolt of electricity when she comes in close contact with another girl. The episode explores sexual orientation and acknowledging that all men and women are designed differently. The sad part about all the episodes is that while it tries to teach something in the end, it's so half-baked that it comes across as nothing but a poor excuse to justify the long-drawn raunchy sequences. मैंने अगर मस्ती ज़ादे में कोई भी plot twist डाल दिया ना, it's just an excuse to justify that beyond Sunny Leone, hey देखो हमने story भी लिखी है. Episode 2 also has beautiful dialogues like "मैं पैदा ही hot हुई थी" and a daughter telling her mother when she is seen naked by another man that आपके properties के सारे कागजात देख लिए उन्होंने. While multiple people keep on playing tonsil hockey with one another, people keep on snooping on them because और कोई काम ही नहीं है. At one point of time, the writers of the show had said that we can't focus too much on crime in Gandii Baat, otherwise it will become Savdhan India. But I have to tell you, Anoop Soni, will be extremely proud of the next 2 episodes. A poor man's Savdhan India, just more sleazy and cheap. Episode 3, the opening dialogues are पल्लू है या ज़बान फिसलते रहती है. वाह, ये है 2.2 million views worth of content. I thought this series will be just catered towards cheap thrills, but it's so problematic as well. One dude justifying men cheating says, कुत्ता जितना बाहर मुंह मार लेना और रात को वापस लौट के मालिक के पास ही आता है. It also shows a steamy sequence where a girl feels cornered at a crime scene as a sexual prospect is waiting, only to say, बाहर एक आदमी खड़ा हुआ है, बिना किए नहीं जाएगा. तो कर ही लेती हूँ, 2 घंटे की बात है. वाह, क्या स्टैमिना है. I don't want to sound like a prude or anything, but dating app के first date पे कोई किसी के घर कैसे चले जाता है? The episode explores how a woman would sleep with men and offer them stuffed animals based on their performance. Better the skills, bigger the stuffed animal rewarded. Throughout the episode, beyond the bizarre story, you will also mimic this response.
वाह, क्या एक्टिंग कर रहा है.
The most unintentionally funny episode about the toxic nature of social media is episode 4, which focuses on a delivery boy that goes viral for his smile, only to be coaxed by villains to make his body with the help of steroids. The dude starts seeing visions, and this develops into a full-on Gumrah or Crime Patrol series. When a girl in this episode professed her love for a dude and said, मैं तुमसे प्यार करती हूँ, heart से भी और private part से भी, I completely lost every morsel of patience. This trash, and I'm telling you, trash is an understatement, has carried on for 5 freaking seasons. It made me think about 2 things. On how complex and downright weird is Ekta Kapoor's content production model. She produces the most archaic family shows on television, and Indian households are hooked. She produces the most sleazy and cheap, for the most part, web shows and is garnering millions of views. And then out of nowhere, she produces movies like Laila Majnu and Urta Punjab. While on one hand strictly catering to what the masses want, she somehow backs creative and inventive projects when it comes to movies. Whenever it comes to Ekta Kapoor, I always go back to this statement.
एकता कपूर कितना पावरफुल मतलब इंडियन कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट एकता कपूर का इतना हाई. समटाइम्स आई फील लाइक एकता कपूर अगर थोड़ा भी प्रोग्रेसिव होती ना तो ऐसा हम
अपन अमेरिका
में होता अभी.
Irrespective, जो बिकता है वो चलता है. And it's very clear to me that the social media outrage bubble stays on Twitter. We come out with our pitchforks and blame producers like Ekta Kapoor for their horrible content, but watch it behind closed doors. This is the exact equivalent of wanting great movies but never going for them, purchasing tickets for horrible films and then coming on social media and complaining about Bollywood not producing impressive content. While Gandii Baat is absolute trash from a content perspective, when will we change our ways, rather than constantly pointing fingers at people whose content is still garnering millions of views? And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you think about this fascinating ordeal. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.